Hello everyone. In this video of compiler design, we are going to see how to construct predictive parsing table for non-recursive predictive parsing and what is non-recursive predictive parsing. Okay. First of all, we will see what is non-recursive predictive parsing and its block diagram. Then we will try to construct its parsing table. That is also known as predictive parsing table. So, as you can see, topic is non-recursive predictive parsing table. Okay, this is one of top-down parsing technique, and you can see its block diagram. It is having following components. One is parser program, that is main parsing program. Second is parsing table, that is used to make parsing decisions. This is input tape, that is used to store input string to be parsed. Okay, and this is right hand marker of input string to be passed, and this is a stack. The stack is used to keep grammar symbols during parsing, and it provides you output. That means in output it provides you production rule that are used for making successful parsing of this input string. Okay, so in this way it is having these components. Okay, now see what is suitable grammar for non-recursive predictive parsing. Okay, suitable grammar for non-recursive predictive parsing. Okay, in order to design a non-recursive predictive parsing, your grammar shouldn't be left recursive. First point is. Second, it does not contain common prefix of this form. Okay, if your grammar contains production rule of this form or this form, if it contains left recursion, okay, you need to eliminate it. If it contains common prefix, you need to eliminate it using left factoring. I have already discussed my previous video about how to eliminate left recursion and how to do left factoring, so please watch those videos. Okay, now see how to construct its parsing table. So we will follow these steps in order to construct its parsing table. Okay, first of all, you need to construct a table for calculating first and follow of all variables, number one. Second thing, what you need to do, for each terminal A in first of alpha, for such kind of production rule, you need to fill entry add A producing alpha at location in parsing table for this location. This is for column, sorry, this is for row and this is for column. Okay, second thing, if first of alpha contains epsilon, in that case for each symbol B or each terminal B in follow of A, you need to fill entry A producing alpha at location this one in predictive parsing table, where this is row and this is column, and for all undefined entries mark them as error. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Okay, let's see how to construct non-recursive predictive parsing table for given grammar. Okay, so how to do it, watch it carefully. This is your given grammar. For this grammar, you need to construct non-recursive predictive parsing table. Okay, in non-recursive predictive parsing table, you need to write down all variables in any order. This is variable E, this is E dash, this is T, this is T dash, this is F, all variables of this grammar. Okay, second, because it does not contain left recursion and it does not require left factoring, so we can directly construct predictive parsing table for it. And first step is that construct first and follow table for all variables. These are all variables for which we have already calculated first and follow. I have already uploaded video for how to calculate first and follow. If you haven't watched them, please watch them so that you can easily understand how I have directly written here first and follow. Okay, now we will try to fill entries into this non-recursive predictive parsing table. So what we will do, we will fill entry one by one. Okay, first of all we will fill entry for this row E. Okay, so where is E? This is E. Okay, first of all we will make entry for this terminal. Where is this terminal? Here, this one, open parenthesis. Okay, this open parenthesis, open parenthesis. Okay, now what entry we will fill here? We will fill here this one. Why? Because first of E equal first of T dash, and it is what? This open parenthesis. So fill it. Now we will make entry for this ID, but this ID is also in first of E. That's why we will fill same entry here. Where? For this E and this ID here. Okay, right. Now we will try to make more entries. Now we will make entry for this row E dash, for E dash. This is your E dash and plus. Okay, where is E dash? This is E dash, and this is column corresponding to plus. So at this location we need to fill entry. What entry we will fill? This one, E dash producing plus T dash, because first of E dash equal first of this term, and it contains what? Plus sign. That's why. Okay, now I have already told you, if epsilon in first of any variable, we will fill entry for follow of that variable. So these terminals are in follow of E dash. Okay, so mark them. This is E dash, mark close parenthesis, this is close parenthesis, and this is dollar, mark dollar here, this location. So at this location we will fill entry, this one, we will fill entry E dash producing what? Epsilon. Why? Because first of E dash equal first of epsilon. That's why we will make entry in follow of it. So look at here, this one. Okay, right. Now we will try to fill more entries here. Now for T, where is T? This is T. Okay, for T, open parenthesis. Where is open parenthesis? This one, and this is T. So this would be index. Okay, or location. So for this, okay, open parenthesis. Where is T? This is T. So we will make entry this, because first of T contains what? Open parenthesis. So we will fill here this entry, this one. Okay, look at here, this one. Okay, now for ID, where is ID? This is ID. We will fill same entry, because first of T equal first of ft dash, and it contains what? ID. Okay, so same entry. Okay, now we will try to fill more entries for T dash. Where is T dash? This is T dash and asterisk. This is T dash and this is asterisk. So this would be your location to fill into entries. Okay, so we would put this production, because first of T dash contains what? Asterisk. Look at here, this one. Okay, now for epsilon we will make entry for these terminals and row corresponding to T dash. Where is T dash? This. Okay, and where is this? Is plus. So at this location, this is closing parenthesis at this location, and this is dollar at this location. We need to fill entry. What? This entry T dash produces epsilon. Why? Because first of T dash equal first of epsilon, and that is equal to epsilon, this epsilon. But for epsilon we make entries in follow of T dash. So these variables, these terminals are in follow of T dash. So we will fill this entry T dash producing epsilon. Look at here, this one and this one. Okay, now is remaining this one for f. Where is f? This is f. F and open parenthesis, that means this is open parenthesis and this location. So what would come? This would f producing this term. Okay, because first of f contains what? This one. Okay, so look at here. Yes. Okay. Now for id, where is id? This is id and this is the row corresponding to f. So at this location we need to enter what? We will fill f producing id. Okay, because first of f equal first of id. It is very simple. Look at here. Okay, so this is complete non-recursive predictive parsing table that is used to make parsing decision, and how it makes parsing decision we will see in stack implementation. And one more thing, these all leg entries corresponding to error. Okay, so we can accomplish it using error handling routines. Fine. Okay, thank you everyone.